All right, all right, all right. Welcome. Good morning and peace and love. This is Darius A. Stanton with the Peace in the Morning Show, here with my good brother, the man himself, Daryl Barnes.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
No doubt about it. Listen, we are all pumped up and ready to go. As a matter of fact, we had so many people reach out to us yesterday about the show that we wanted to just let you know that we are about to take this to a whole nother level. We got an opportunity right now to perform, or I should say perform, but take our show down to Bike Week, down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Wow.
They want the Peace in the Morning Show to broadcast live, so we want to make that the first piece of good news that the Peace of the Morning Show is already going on tour.
You know, that's an amazing thing. For a short period of time, people are already requesting us to come out and, bring some peace in the morning to other cities. I love it.
No doubt. And, to be down there with Bike Week, and that's going to be festive, jumping and pumping, boom, boom, boom. I had to pull out my Harley that I got in the backyard that I don't ever drive nowhere.
Yeah.
But seriously, the fact that we are out there and people are responding to Peace in the Morning. As a matter of fact, we want to encourage you to call us 240-455-5934. That's 240-455-5934. We have 2 tickets we're going to be giving away today. Actually, 4 tickets. We want to give away to the Ronnie Laws Show, international jazz superstar Ronnie Laws.
That's going to be a good show.
Man, I'm telling you, Ronnie Laws, the tickets are $40. You do not want to miss this opportunity. If you did not take your mom out, or you took your mom but couldn't take your wife, and took your sister but couldn't take your girlfriend, out for Mother's Day, well, here you go. You have another opportunity to come back to the till.
Compliments of the Peace in the Morning Show.
Compliments of Peace in the Morning Show. So definitely, jump on out and get your tickets for the Bethesda Jazz Supper Club Thursday night. Ronnie Laws. And actually today on the show, we're going to have Lenny Williams, who's played with some of the greatest Lenny Harris, I apologize, not Williams. Lenny Harris, who plays saxophone and will definitely be there this week, rocking the stage at the Bethesda Blues Jazz and Supper Club. And if you haven't been out to Bethesda Jazz, Blues and Supper Club, you definitely want to get out there and check it out, because it's an awesome venue, live jazz, a great meal, and the environment is just powerful. As a matter of fact, one of our own elifemedia.net, Miss Sharice Reese, performed there, and she rocked the house.
Sharice is an outstanding up-and-coming vocalist that I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised when she opens her mouth and those tunes start coming out. So if you have not had an opportunity to see her, but more importantly, I would suggest everyone call in, because that's going to be a good show with Ronnie Laws.
And listen, if you have not, as you said, go check her out, Sharice Reese. She's got an independent artist show that comes on Wednesday nights here at elifemedia.net. Check out Sharice Reese. Check her out on Facebook. The Sisters Powerful. That's CHARIS. Talking about powerful sisters. Good morning, Queen. Mama in the house. How you doing this morning?
Great. Give thanks and praises. Peace and love to the listening audience. Happy to be here. Everybody, take a smile.
That's right. Take a smile. Take a smile. So listen, we talked about one hot topic, and that is the fact that people want us to travel and get on the road and come down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But another hot topic, we got to follow up on those stars. Those academic stars. All the other stuff that's going on out there, Peace in the Morning wants to bring you that asset-based communication. Mm-hmm. And we have some stars right here in Prince George's County. We mentioned earlier in the week the young brothers and sister that are on the school board. But we also have a brother who was supposed to be with us today, but he had to take care of some district business. We got one of our young stars in the room, my man Cassian, who's been on the show a few times. He said, I'm a star, and I'm in the room. You know what I mean?
And he raised his hand.
Right. And we didn't even ask him. He just put it out there. But that's what Peace in the Morning does. It gets our young people excited. Pump. So share the show, but don't just share it on Facebook. We need you to go to www.elifemedia.net so we can make this movement happen. So don't just, we appreciate you viewing it on Facebook. The followers are great, but we need you to go to elifemedia.net and let people know about it, so that those who are not on Facebook or not in a position to go on social media at work, they can still go and get some positive information and share that with your friends. So www.elifemedia.net.
I agree.
We want to take this to the next level. So, in speaking in concert with regard to graduations, Delegate Barnes, you actually spoke at a graduation, I believe last year. It was a few graduations.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to speak at a few graduations, and it's an exciting time of the year. You know, it's nothing like walking across that stage as a high school student, getting that diploma, having your parents, your family, your cousins, and everybody out there, and grandma, you know, seeing the maturity of that young individual ready to take that next step into what I like to call the real world.
That's right. That's
right. For these kids to be able to step into that light, a lot of them are going into territories unknown, but a lot of them have thoroughly thought out their plan. They know the direction they want to go in. They know the colleges that they are going to attend. Some know the military that they're going to go into. So it's exciting.
Right. You know, we watch this time of year. You have prom season, you have graduation season, and it's so important for that next step. And Mom always says, a successful summer breeds a successful life. And so, you know, really getting our young people geared up to be successful in the summertime. And one of the things that's happening right now, Shoppers Food Warehouse is some big supporter of the community, has been doing a lot of great work with Men Aiming Higher, and is offering summer jobs. Not only summer jobs, but career opportunities.
Absolutely.
You know, we have young people who started, that went to apply and got hired 3 or 4 years ago, and now still working in the headquarters in the corporate office.
You know, we have a excellent partnership with Shoppers Food and Pharmacy right here in the state of Maryland. And they have been riding with us for the last 4 years. For the last 4 years, on average, they've been employing 80 young people for us for the summer. And as you indicated, Darius, those jobs are not only summer jobs, but a lot of those jobs are turned into career opportunities. So I would ask everyone to, get involved. Go to our Men Aiming Higher Facebook page. Go to Darius and I's individual page for more information and on how to apply for those opportunities. But I think it's a golden opportunity that we are providing to give our young people an opportunity to do something productive during the summer.
You know, being able to move young people from the manners at home when you get that first win.
Yep.
The manners in the win in the community where you take it to school. If you're not homeschooled, when you go to school and you win in school, you come out of school and you go home and do your chores. Now, if you don't have chores, now hit that. How did what Granddaddy tell you when it's time to do your chores? Give me some of that Granddaddy Lamb voice real quick.
I tell you right now, when you get up in the morning, get your housework done, and you go outside, you have all day long. You get your work done early in the morning. When you get home from school, didn't finish your work, do your work then. You're about to sit around all night, doing nothing, doing a whole lot of homework, and go to bed early.
That's right. So you got to thank you very much, Queen, for giving us that Granddaddy Lamb, William H. Johnson Jr. voice, who will be joining us every now and then in the studio. But you got to get those chores done. Once you get those chores done, then you can go out and get your job. You know, you can finish your homework, get your work done, your chores done, and then you can go get a part-time job.
Right.
Your part-time job might be in your neighborhood. Go rake leaves. Go cut grass. A young man in the summer asked his mother, he was about 8 or 9 years old when I Men Aiming High young people. He said, "Grandma, can you buy me a shovel?" And she said, "Why you need a shovel?" He said, "Because I want to go make some money shoveling snow."
Yeah.
You know, he was, I believe, 10 years old. You know, and so we have an opportunity to get our young people engaged in work. And what that does is it provides rigor. You know, and so we want our young people to be able to use those talents that they've been gifted. And, you know, that's a big part of what we want to talk about today is the power of our conscious mind. You know, and we are sitting around the table with some folks who have very powerful minds, who have visions and will things to happen. They don't wait on people to do things. They don't wait on people to give them an opportunity to say things. They don't wait on people to give them an opportunity to help other people.
Right.
Let me repeat that. They don't wait on other people to give them the opportunity to help other people. And we need folks to step up now more than ever. Queen?
Yes, I would like to say something. Thank you very kindly. And it comes to stepping up. There are so many places in the community that young people and even people who are just sitting home retired could start to volunteer in their community. Volunteerism is a major part of growing up and accessing skills, opportunities, and experiences. When you volunteer for work, you learn about people, you learn about other people's jobs, you get access to people that normally wouldn't have access too, because you're not volunteering. You can volunteer at the fire department. You can volunteer at Boys and Girls Clubs. You can do volunteer work in senior citizen homes. You can do volunteer work at the YWCA. You can do volunteer work in just communities where people see they need somebody to look out for the property while they're gone. Or you can get paid work, walking animals. If you're good with animals, walking dogs. People go on vacation, they need somebody to look out of their property.
Can you believe that people actually have full-time jobs as dog walkers?
Yes.
All day long, all they do is go to people's houses because they're trustworthy.
Yes.
And so you got to keep your record clean.
Right.
And if you have a record, get it expunged. If you want to know how to do that, call us at 240-455-5934. We will have a show dedicated solely to expungement, footnote. But people get paid to walk dogs, and they don't. That's just incredible. I apologize for
No problem.
Keep
And
rolling.
in Annapolis, where there are a lot of listeners, I want to remind you that you have the Annapolis Boat Show, you have the Clam Festival, you have the National Art Show. There are all kind of jobs. If you get in early, put your name on the roster, get up and get yourself a job that can give you skills. Look for skills, skill sets, things that can build your future to help you have a better understanding of what the world is made of and how you fit in it.
No doubt about it. So we're going to take a shift, really, to get into what we've been covering in terms of, real quick, just a hot topic, and that's the basketball deal, going on. Last night, it was Golden State was just too much to handle. Karan Leonard was not playing for San Antonio. They took a big L last night.
San Antonio definitely missed Kawhi.
Yeah.
And it was noticed not only with his presence not being there, but the team itself.
Right.
They seemed deflated.
Yeah.
They were not motivated. They were not encouraged. They did not come to play. And, when I was growing up, my favorite team was the Lakers.
No doubt. You and me both.
And seemed like Golden State last night put on what was known in L.A. was Showtime.
Showtime.
They tore it up.
Did they tear it up?
So
Even in the hundreds.
yeah. So every shot seemed like, they were just, the Splash Brothers was just doing their thing.
One time I saw the point, somebody else was bringing the ball up court. Steph Curry was running down the sideline. He came to the three-point line. You were a three-point specialist back in your day. Pulled a three-pointer, didn't even wait, immediately left and ran back down court. And guess what? Swoosh.
That's
right.
confidence.
Is that confidence?
Yeah.
And that's what we're taking into, that's going to take us into our topic of today. Topic of today is your conscious power. Knowing that you have power to do what it is that you want to do in your mind. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
This is National Mental Health Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. And so being able to focus on our minds and the power of our minds and feeding our minds is what really will help us to get to the next level. When you think about it, there's a whole lot of doubt. I mentioned before, in the 2017 numbers around the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, when President Trump came into office, people are concerned, people are worried, they didn't like and they still are concerned, still are worried, still upset. And, what we want you to do is we want you to look inside your mind, look inside yourself, and do some history about who you are. Great point you made the other day, Mom, around the fact that we're in a position from a mental health perspective where we do not know who we are. And that's our number one deficit as it applies to our mental health, because our frame of reference is based on what other people say we are. Mm-hmm. And so when we come back, we want you to call us at 240-455-5934. That's 240-455-5934. When we come back, we want to hear from you about people who influence you and have an impact on your mind and your psyche, and why you allow them to get into your head and control your destiny, control your mind, control your power. Come back with us at Peace in the Morning Show.
All these dreams, make them real and alive. Living, giving, loving, clean, looking in the looking glass. Come on, come on. Rise it up.
Rise it up.
All that life has given you. Rise it up. You can do anything you say you wanna do. Rise it up. With truth, there's no confusion. Rise it up. Don't let life be an I know it ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
Make you wanna run away. Town so hard, make it even harder for you to stay. No matter what you say or do, things just don't look good. Nothing's really turning out the way you thought it would. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Your next door neighbor lost her first son to drugs.
Oh my God.
A little while later, she lost the next one to thugs.
Lord have mercy.
So many people going down.
Look,
You can't believe it. You better not lose your faith, and if you do, you better retrieve it. Come on, come on. Rise it up. All that life has given you. Rise it up. You can do anything you say you wanna do. Rise it up.
All right. Good morning, peace in the morning. Welcome back. I'm Darius A. Stanton, your host, with the good brother, Delegate Daryl Barnes, and Queen Ayasudebe. That was Queen Ayasudebe and the Earth Blessings Royal Court Orchestra. Rise it up. Queen, can you give us, when we left off, when we just took that quick music break, we were talking about the mind and communications. Can you give us one of your wonderful pieces around communications and the communications theory?
One thing, you can't communicate with your mind, but your mind can communicate with you. When you're sleeping, where's your mind? Are you dreaming all the time? And when you're doing things that you don't like to do, is your mind with someone else or is your mind with you? This is about changing and understanding really how the mind operates. In order to communicate, you first must be able to relate. The very last thing you need is hate. To communicate, you need a relative base. The problems, we can solve them through the extent of our involvement, determined by depth and strength from a denomination from within. And in terms of comprehension, what most novels never mention is the very known extension, you've got to get someone's attention. It's all about how you use your mind.
All about how you use your mind. Let's give Queen a big round of applause in the studio. No doubt about it. We just were joined by the good brother Lenny Harris, who will be playing this Thursday night with none other than the international superstar Ronnie Laws coming in town. So we, want to bring good brother Lenny up in a moment, saxophonist. We're going to talk a little music with him, production that's going to happen out there at the Bethesda Jazz and Supper Club this Thursday night. So give us a call at 240-455-5934. That's 240-455-5934 if you want to get those tickets, because we have them and they're hot. So come on, get them while you can. So the power of the mind, the conscious power, when you think about how powerful the mind is, it's no mistake that Buddhists and other ministers come together in temples and pray for hours at a time, saying the exact same things over and over and over and over and over again, using their minds and their power and their energy and their spirit to transform and bring things into fruition. The same way you have people doing that on the positive and for the good, you also have people on the negative doing the exact same thing. And so we want you to be able to understand the power of your mind and not allow other people to dictate to you who you are People tell you too big. People tell you too small. People tell you too dark. People tell you too light. Your hair is this, your hair is that. What do you tell yourself?
Right.
What positive affirmation can you wake up in the morning and say, look in the mirror. Here's a piece in the morning tip for you. Look in the mirror, and your hand is your mirror, and say, I am beautiful. I am bright. I am thankful. I am grateful. I am strong. I am proud. I am intelligent. I am knowledgeable. I am helpful. I'm a good person. I love people. I love myself. I love myself. And make I love myself almost like a broken record.
Yeah.
What are some of the affirmations you tell yourself, Delegate Barnes?
You know, and it's funny you mentioned that because my kids, or my wife, has my kids do an affirmation every morning before they get out the car and go into school. You know, just those same words almost to encourage them and let them know that the Barnes men are X. You know, and I think, you know, those are the types of things that we're talking about now, is that affirmation that a lot of people in this world are discouraged. And, you know, I think a lot of it has to do with society.
That's right.
I think a lot of it has to do with our government. A lot of it has to do with the things that they see. I think a lot of it has the things that are portrayed on television. But we have to get out of that negative cycle. And we have to try to surround ourselves around other like-minded individuals to try to bring in that array of hope and those opportunities. And I think the things that we're talking about today, the things that Queen has said, even from a nutrition standpoint, all of those things are things that go into the body.
That's right.
To make up that level of confidence.
So being able to protect and build your mind, first and foremost, for those people who are parents, we talked about it Monday on the show. People are still talking about it. People are still communicating and having conversation around sugar and what sugar does to the body and what it does to the brain and the mind. It's no mistake that our society is so addicted to medicines and pharmaceuticals because we addict our children to chemicals from the start, right off of what we eat.
Yeah.
We eat and we drink, and we don't think that that's going to have an impact on our children. And I'm talking about before we even have children. I'm not talking about women in the stage of them being of a pregnancy. I'm talking about men and your sperm, and understanding that your sperm is going to have an impact on your child. So what you eat and what you drink and what you put into your body becomes part of your genealogy. Am I right, Queen?
Yes.
Talk about the
exactly.
black man and the black man's sperm and how that impacts. Whoa, that's too deep. So we'll
No,
come
I
to that
wanna
later.
say it.
Oh, you want to say it?
I want to say it. There is a misconception, the denotation and the connotation of the word sperm and how it's used is very important that people understand. This is everything that has to do with us being on the planet. And for some reason, because we have not been groomed properly as a family, and the black family especially, we have been taught that we're having sex just for fun when it really is for procreation and fun down the road. What do I mean by that? That we should recognize that our sperm, these fluids come from billions of miles away into the man, and it is controlled by what you eat. You're actually throwing away, when you use prophylactics, condoms, or the word rubbers, you're throwing away these geniuses, these super babies. And it all comes because you're putting the wrong things in the body, and they affect the mind. If you're eating a lot of sugar, as Darius just spoke on, and I want to really pronounce on sugar, you cause hyperactivity. You cause the body to move quicker. If you put sugar in a rat cage, the rat eat the sugar, it will make them go around in circles. That's what they do in the lab. They just go around and round and round and round and round. Then they cluck up against the wall and fall out because it overwhelms them. We don't need sugar in our diets. When you're making a smoothie, you don't need sugar. You don't need honey. You can use dates, fruits that are already containing high doses of sugar, dates, raisins, figs, and put them with anything. Beets have their own sugar. These things are powerful. You want to talk about the mind and the sperm. If you want productive children, you want good sperm, you want powerful family, you protect your sperm, you protect your scrotum, you put the right food in it, you're going to get the right results.
You know, and those are the things that I would love that our high schools were starting to teach. You know, we teach sex education in school on abstinence and protection, but we do not teach the fact of what you're putting into your body has an effect on the birth of that child. You know, and those are the things that I think, you know, society as a whole needs to look at. And then we wonder why, you know, our mental health is where it is. We wonder why we have so many kids that are disformed. So we have to think about the things that we put into our bodies that are going to develop us down the road. And we have to do a better job of promoting those things.
That's right. And that's what the Peace in the Morning show is about. We want to be able to promote those positive aspects of life and assets and resources that will help you to get to the next level. So give us a call at 240-455-5934, 240-455-5934. In a moment, we're going to take another music break, and we're going to shift gears and bring in our good brother Lenny Harris in the studio. We're going to listen to a little either Greg Bowie, I believe, on the music break, or you know, we're going to give you a nice little jazz segment to bring our jazz brother online. But, you know, going back to Queen, from a cosmic manifestation perspective, you know, the cosmos, and bringing that into being. What could you share with us today from a health perspective that will really enlighten us and enlighten our minds, souls, and bodies?
Okay, this is great. The sun. Why are they making chemtrails? They're making chemtrails because we are directly related to the sun.
Excuse me, what are chemtrails?
Chemtrails are the poisonous film that you see in the sky that planes are spraying large white streaks across the sky. You can look them up on YouTube. CHEM, and the word trails, TRAILS.
Excuse me, Queen. We have a call on the line. Good morning. Welcome to the Peace in the Morning show. Who's on the line with us this morning?
This is Miss Nutter. I was calling because I was listening to the topic, and it's so important to me right now. My son is a diabetic, so you guys are speaking on sugar and intakes of your body.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for calling. We also know you're the first caller today, so you're in the running for the Ronnie Laws tickets. If you're a jazz lover, you know you're a mom, and so thank you, Miss Nutter, for calling. So you said your son's a diabetic. How old is he?
He's 15 now. He's diagnosed when he was 8 years old.
Okay, and so.
Well, good morning, Miss Nutter. That is a major point you're making. Young children with diabetes, because the food that you're buying is full of sugar. Get him off of all sodas, all candies.
Can I tell you something?
Say that.
When my son first became a diabetic, I was lost in Annapolis because I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I'm stuck here. There's not many people around that knows about this. And we were lost. Even at the elementary school, they looked at him like he was an alien because no kid ever had came into the school at Georgetown East Woodford. Every day, like clockwork, I had to be there. Every field trip, everywhere, every who, I had to be there with my son. So it was mysterious. But as he got older, like the doctor protected, they told me that I was not going to be alone as a parent. And after that, 3 moms reached out to me on Facebook. Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? I heard your son was a diabetic. But as it came strolling in, it started really getting really scary to me because the doctor always told me that more kids will be going to be getting affected because it's all about what we eat and what we put into the body, and the world changed.
That's right.
All the healthy people in the healthy ways.
That's right, Ms. Nutter. You're absolutely right. So we're going to, first of all, we're going to ask you to hold because we're going to come back and get your number so we can bring you in to the conversation with regard to how we can support you and help you with regard to your children, and also help you communicate with other parents, because other parents need to hear from you, because there are a lot of children right now that are being diagnosed with diabetes.
You know, I think Ms. Nutter's story is not uncommon.
That's right.
And we as a society have to do a better job. And I think Michelle Obama was trying to promote healthy living, healthy lifestyles, obesity, and making sure that the nutritional values and things that we're putting into our school system help those with diabetes and all the other common diseases that are out there. And then it's unfortunate that we have a president right now who's trying to change all that. He's saying, the heck with all that, put all the junk food, the sodas and everything back in the schools.
Very much
because that's what the kids like.
That's right.
Not looking at the health consciousness of it, not looking at the ramifications of what it could affect these children, and we have to do a better job. And I love the fact that Queen is on the show this morning because we are ensuing knowledge into these people that are listening, and we have to do that in order for us to be a better society and a better race.
Ms. Nutter, thank you so much. There is a book by Nancy Appleton, Appleton, Dr. Nancy Appleton. She has a book called Suicide by Sugar. Get that book. It's going to tell you everything and why you shouldn't eat it. The other thing is, give your children alkaline water. Cut up celery, put it in glass bottles, pour the water in it and let it sit 4 to 5 hours. Start drinking that every day. Give them lots of greens, chlorophyll, which comes from leafy green vegetables, kale, spinach. Add celery, add parsley to that, add a beet. Start drinking that in the morning. You drink lots of green foods, eat lots of green leafy vegetables. Get them off all the fatty things, cakes, pies, all that kind of poison. Another day during the week, I'll give you some recipes that you can make. Turn them into vegetarians. Get them off the poison food. It is addicting, and it is dangerous.
That's right. Thank you so much, Queen, for sharing that. Thank you, Ms. Nutter, for your call.
Thank you.
That's right. We'll follow up with you and make sure we get you that information directly from the Queen. Now, we're going to take a music break. When we come back, we're going to have none other than our good brother, Lenny Harris. I don't know if he brought his saxophone with him, but we're excited to have Lenny in the studio with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back with the Peace in the Morning Show.
Do not attempt to adjust your radio. There's nothing wrong. Coming in directly from the mothership. Chocolate coated free, get happy morning. Yeah. WEFUNK, better known as We Funk, or deeper still the Mothership Connection. Home of the extraterrestrial runners, like we just grew in 3D. So good, it feels good to me. I'm counting in, you know the words? And I said, make my funk to be funk. I want to get funked up. Make my funk to be funk. I want to get funked up. I want to lie, I want to be funk. I want my funk uncut. Make my funk to be funk. Before I take it home. Yeah. Got any faults, defects, or shortcomings? I want you to lay your hand on the radio. Funk not only moves, but funk can remove. Yeah. Once upon a time, all right now. And as we descend slowly on the berg of Indian Head, Maryland, 20640, everybody say, I'm from the beachfront. I want my funk uncut. I'm from the beachfront. I want to get funked up. I want to ride the beachfront. I want my funk just on. I'm from the beachfront.
right, all right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, live right here for the first time. Not the first time on E-Life, but definitely the first time on the Peace of the Morning show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, none other than saxophonist himself, Mr. Lenny Harris. Welcome to the show, Lenny.
Thank you.
No doubt. Lenny, you've been a musician. We've been knowing each other for a number of years now.
Yeah, long time.
Almost at least 15 years.
Probably close to 15 years.
That's right. And you perform with some of the greatest artists, out there. Tell us some of the people that you perform with.
Over the years, I've played for some of the older acts, Lloyd Price, Benny King. Some of the also work with Shantae Moore, of course, Ronnie Laws now, Dennis Edwards, Temptations. I can't remember all the acts, It's a lot.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So, just the fact that you play the sax.
Yep, I try.
You try.
Yeah.
But you don't try. If you try, you be doing boom, 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 boom. You blow.
I try. I work at it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You do very, very well. So, Lenny, what got you involved in music, man? What made you want to even play the saxophone and to put your dedication to time? And actually, you still a student right now.
I still study. Yeah, I got some pretty heavy teachers to try to keep me. You always want to. Music is. It's ever expanding, so there's really no way of knowing it all. You just can't know it all. So if you want to keep it learning, that opportunity's there for sure. Yeah.
So tell us about you got this upcoming project, this big deal. We got we're giving tickets away
For Ronnie
Laws.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah, man, having the opportunity to work with Ronnie is really, really nice. I've been acting as MD now for about maybe 2.5 years, going on 2.5 years.
Tell them the MD is
musical director.
That's right, musical director. So what does the musical director do? What happens on stage? People see the band and they think that the band is just following the singer, but that's not really what's happening.
Well, no, the musical director is the one that keeps everything in place for the artist.
Okay.
So like right now I'm on my way to rehearsal this morning, so we can be ready for Ronnie tomorrow. So, I make up the set. Excuse me. The music director makes up the set list. Sometimes the artist will help you. They will tell you what order they want the songs to appear in, and any little nuanced stuff that wants to happen, they leave that up to you to make that happen in a live situation.
Mm-hmm. So, the music piece. You're sitting next to another musical genius. You just heard some of her music, the Queen herself, and so I don't know. Have you all ever worked together before?
No, it's my first time meeting him.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, again, Peace in the Morning brings peaceful people together. They bring peaceful people
excited
together.
to meet him.
That's right. So we got to get the Queen down there with Ronnie Laws and that whole crew down
You
at
should come by
Bethesda
tomorrow.
Jazz.
Yeah, I will come.
Definitely.
come.
I will come.
Give us a call at 240-455-5934. That's 240-455-5934. So you can win these tickets to the Ronnie Laws show. Tell us about the venue, Lenny, down at Bethesda Blues.
That's probably one of the premier venues in the metropolitan area. It seats about a total of 500. They have a great menu, so it's like a dinner theater.
Right.
And they do live entertainment. The renovation there, I think, was around $8 million, so they put a lot of money into making it a good experience for people to come to the shows there. Got a great staff. Michael Matthews, of course, Rick, the owner. Just great people around there. So we like to really go. We play there a lot, but we like to work that venue.
And they also have provided some opportunities, for venue to be used for community functions as well.
They have a youth
so they
function.
have been giving back to the community.
They
Is that
definitely
correct?
have been doing that. Yes.
Because we want to support here in the Peace in the Morning show. We support people who support the community. If you don't support the community, we don't support you.
I got you.
It's just point blank.
They do have that. They recently started a youth orchestra, a jazz youth orchestra.
I love it.
And that's really something that, we've been trying to, because I work with Clarence Knight and Dr. Pryor out of the Bowie State University with their community big band. And since I've been involved with them, it's something that I've come to realize that, the artistic part of, growing up, they take it out of the school. So it's hard for kids who have that insight.
Purposely.
You have nowhere to go to get it.
And that was my question for you, Lenny, was, with the school system the way that they are now, music is being taken away out of the school. Mm-hmm. So what would you suggest to a young cat that wants to get involved in music, who wants to play the saxophone? What do you think some of those steps are for them to continue to learn and sharpen their craft?
Well, I think that one thing that I learned in my career was that there are them people, like I was a player, but I wasn't a teacher. Mm-hmm. So players have to go to really go find teachers.
Right.
So there are places where, where you can do private, private lessons and things of that nature. And a lot of it, you find, man, there's a huge amount of resources in this area, especially. Because I grew up around a bunch of, like now, my friends are actually music teachers.
Wow.
So I do hear their struggle. But if I was a young kid, if it wasn't in my school, I would probably try to get my parents to get me private lessons at some point. Because if you don't, without that, that energy will be driven into some other part, and it might turn out to be not so good. You know what I mean? Because music is such a strong drive inside of human beings.
I know from a legislative standpoint, my good friend Councilman Derek Davis here in Prince George's County. He's sharp on promoting music and the arts, and one of the things that I know I want to sit down with him is to figure out how do we get some money from the state to actually put back into the school system.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important because music teaches so many different skills.
It does.
From working together if you're in a band, to cognitive skill, to focus and all kind of stuff.
Discipline.
Yeah,
Right.
discipline, math. Basically, when
absolutely.
they figured out how to turn something that they couldn't see to formulate it, they use math to come up with music, because music doesn't really have a formula. It's here for us musicians to give it back to people who don't have that.
And I tell folks, math is needed in everything that you do, believe it or not.
It's hard to get around with. I'm glad that I actually, did okay in math, because you use it all the time.
That's right.
Yeah.
And having our young people understand the power of their creative ability, being able to, as you mentioned, Delegate Barnes, being able to utilize music as a form of creativity. We talk about it all the time, how China sends their students to school from K through 12. They must play an instrument because they understand that one side of the brain unlocks the other.
It does.
And that they complement one another.
Yeah.
And so it's so important that we continue, so at Peace in the Morning, we want you to be advocates to make sure that first and foremost, your children play an instrument. I know my mother, who's in the studio, had me on the bus, catching the bus with a trumpet, going from Howard Street near downtown on North Avenue all the way out to Mount Washington, the Shrine of Sacred Heart, with my trumpet in the hand. I can't get it together now, but oh yes, I can. I'll come back with it a little later.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, but that definitely was an experience for me, which helped me to fall in love with music and a great appreciation.
Yes.
But it also brings peace.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is like one of the people that I study with now, we do a warm-up exercise, where you just, and it's a long tone, so you just take a note and just play it like that.
Right.
You do that for like 12 minutes to get started. And what it does is like it separates everything that you may have had on your mind, it pushes it down, it brings a certain consciousness forward, and you get a focus. So if whatever you're working on, so music is one of those things that, and playing an instrument, whether it's a piano or violin, whatever, the vibration that comes off of the sounds, because everything's really a vibration, or A is a 440 vibration, it's all vibration. So those vibrations and that information, once you lock into it, it does give you a form of peace. It's like, meditating.
Yeah.
I want to agree with you because, Ronnie, Lenny, schools took music out purposely so that children would not have that, order, and conduct. Like in many places, sports, that's what happened in Chicago. Chicago had so many awesome musicians, they took it out of school. Yeah. They took out trips. If anyone would do a study to see how many children went to juvenile homes after school, touring, and music were taken out, you would be amazed to see the rise. It just went accelerated. Talking about that warm-up, this is very good for parents. Another thing for healing children with mental disorders, adults, is that pentatonic.
Yes.
That warm-up in the morning, see if I can make that sound, I almost choked. And holding it for a long time, getting breath. You never know when you have to hold your breath underwater.
You never know when you have to hold your breath to keep quiet so nobody knows you there, so you don't lose your life.
Right.
You just don't take for granted breath.
He's talking about something that just rang such a bell with me, is that horn making that long note. that's what young people are not getting. They don't know how to use their breath. And breath helps you to have a discipline. That's what musicians are getting as a music director. I mean, I'm a music director for over 40 years with my own band.
So you understand.
I've had it forever. So I can just so relate to what you're saying and why it's so important in our community. Like Delegate Barnes said, is having music as a vehicle for young people to vent. Because like this brother just said, that when you don't have that energy, a place to put it, it goes in the wrong direction. And that's what's happening. Our children are going off because we're by nature musicians. Even before slavery, we were musicians. We always had a hum.
What do we do?
One more time.
Somebody don't want you to know you a king. Somebody don't want you to know you a king.
All right. We're gonna come on back. Somebody don't want you to know. Somebody we want to know. Somebody want to know who's on the phone. We want to know your name. Come on, Peace in the Morning. Welcome to the Peace in the Morning Show. Who's on the line?
Oh, good morning. Peace in the Morning Show. Thank God for you. I am loving this show this morning because I am a 55-year-old female who has been really suffering with the simple thing of breath. So that demonstration that Queen just did was awesome because I realized that's where a lot of my health issues are coming from because I never learned the proper way to breathe and to take advantage of this life-giving force. So I'm really enjoying it and wanted to call in and say that. That was a good demonstration.
Where are you calling from this morning?
Atlanta. I'm Joyce.
All right, Joyce. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Love, Joyce.
Hey.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And we're glad that we could bring that vibration to you this morning.
Yes.
No doubt about it.
Thank
So
you.
keep on listening. Keep on sharing. Peace in the morning.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
No doubt. So Lenny, again, give us, the details again for the show this coming Thursday night.
The show's tomorrow night, Bethesda Blues and Jazz Supper Club. Show starts at 8 o'clock. The doors open at 6 p.m. and it'll be, again, Ronnie will be in town, and actually he'll be playing some songs from his new CD.
Oh, wow.
One of the songs in particular is called "Settle Down," so I know we'll be doing that. We can make a rehearsal in a few minutes.
Nice.
Now, where's Ronnie from?
He's originally from Texas, but he lives in California now. He lives in Los Angeles now. Yeah.
Awesome. And Ronnie Laws, international superstar.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, if you hear his music, you go, oh, that's Ronnie Laws. Oh, that's he's one of those kind of musicians that has really blessed us throughout his career with some beautiful, beautiful music.
Yeah, he's a great player, good person, and I think one of the things that a lot of folks didn't realize about Ronnie is that because of the music that became popular that he did, but he's really when you actually sit with him and he takes out his horn and you sitting there with it, he's really in that Coltrane, Parker. He's from that element. He's one of those. He's come from that set of, that's how deep he actually is as a player. Yeah.
So we got a little music right now coming up. Check it out.
That's right. It's a new one.
It's a new one, Ronnie Laws. Right now, you listen to "Settle Down" by Ronnie Laws. Coming here this Thursday, Bethesda Jazz and Supper Club. Right on. That was Ronnie Laws with "Settle Down." Settle down. So settle down your mind. We're about to wrap up, this morning, but we are so excited about having our good brother Lenny Harris.
It's a pleasure having you. Thanks for
having me. In
having
the studio.
me. Yeah.
Thank you for the work that you're doing in the community to help bring music to our community, live music. One of the greatest things to relax, to enjoy ourselves, and also, as you mentioned, to inspire and encourage our young people, because we don't see a lot of musicians, live bands anymore.
Well, it's hard to find that. Yeah, it's hard to find that these days. I mean, And the thing about music is that, you know, it has different forms. You know, you have, like around here, go-go is a real popular form of music.
Right.
But it's the same. The good go-go musicians are deep. They know jazz. They know classical.
Right.
They know those other forms. Just that particular is a popular form. So you learn that too. And then this time I had to spend with Chuck Brown when I played with Chuck. And right now I work occasionally with Proper Utensils. When you really see how those guys are organizing their music, it's put together just like a classical piece. It's just that it's a different form, you know. So it's music is definitely a very strong influence. And for young kids who, if you have that drive and you don't have music in your schools, I would say, you know, you can call into this show, reach out to some of us, man. We actually can help people to learn. We have people that take all instruments, piano, violin, whatever.
Wow.
We'd be glad to try to help some kids to try to, you know.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, we want to definitely the Peace in the Morning show. We want to push that word, children or youth. We want to make sure they're leaders because, you know, our kids are baby goats. So I want to just put that out there in the atmosphere. That we want to promote those words that take our young people to the next level. The show, how can people get tickets? Ron?
You can get tickets by going to www.BethesdaBluesJazz.com. I don't know the phone number there, but that's basically, you can go to their website and purchase tickets at the website.
There you go. So come on out, support Ronnie Laws, one of our very own. Lenny Harris is going to be on stage blowing as also the music director. Any other shows you got coming up? I know you had Shantae Moore last year.
Yeah,
that was a big show.
Yeah, we have next week. We're doing the James Brown, Mousy Thompson's James Brown experience.
Oh wow!
Out at the Tally Ho Theater.
Is it Mousy Thompson that played with James Brown?
Yeah, that Mousy Thompson.
Whoa, we got to get him in the. Can we get him in the studio?
Yeah, I call him and see if we can get him.
If you got any James Brown fans out there, then you know, you got to come on. You got to definitely want to tune in next week.
And then we got Mickey Howard
on the show.
Yeah, and we got Mickey Howard coming up on June the 9th at the Birchmere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Man. We want you to keep on coming in and promoting Peace in the Morning.
Okay.
So we can get you, get people in your seats.
Got my good buddy Roland sitting over there.
Listen to the beats. That's right. Roland Rhymes had Greg Boyer, man.
Oh man.
That Greg Boyer down at the Indian Head Box Theater.
My mother and Greg's mother were best friends.
Wow.
So I've been knowing Greg since I was probably 5 or 6 years old.
And Greg plays the trombone, right?
Yeah, he plays trombone. But no, man, Greg plays a lot of instruments. When he was in high school, the Washington Post came down and did an article on Greg. He was playing 101 instruments, really, and he was in high school. He's a genius. Like, he's got a gift beyond, you know. It's not normal. That man's not normal.
He's not normal.
No.
Well, we like the unnormal, the abnormal people.
Yeah, Greg's a beast, man.
Abnormality, authenticity.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Authenticity.
Great player, good people, you know.
No doubt. So before we roll out for Peace in the Morning, Queen, you want to give them the health tip before we roll? We got about 2 minutes on the health tip. We're going to
I would say thank you. Get off of fried foods. Stop frying everything. Take your children off of French fries. You want to look younger, get some of those wrinkles out of your neck and out of your face. You can look at me, wrinkle-free. That's a good example. Stop using the fried foods. Eat more raw vegetables and fruits. I heard Delegate Barnes talk about how Michelle Obama encouraged people to eat more vegetables and fruits. What she did not say was organic. The food that's in the school is GMO, genetically modified organisms. It is not good for you anyway. So what you really need to do is look for organic food, organic fruits and vegetables, certified, label on it that says certified non-GMO, certified organic. That's what you want for your family. That's what you want for yourselves. Remember, it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you.
Dun, 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 dun. Not what you're eating is what's eating you. I last week you talked about the women that constantly do this with their hair.
A woman was right outside just now doing this.
And basically those microorganisms
microscopic worms and bacteria
in your head, and that's why those women are tapping their heads with those weaves and those other things all over their head, just tapping, tap, tap, tap.
It's itching them.
Exactly.
They're biting.
So you have those itches around your eardrums, around your anus, around your back, your hair, your ears. Those are microorganisms eating at your body.
Right.
Delegate Barnes, anything you want to say to the morning Peace of the Morning crew before we roll out this morning?
Hey, I just want to say this was an awesome show and an awesome opportunity. I want to give a special shout out to the Speaker Pro Tem that I know is watching, Adrian Jones. My good friend Tremaine Crawford is watching this morning. and my other good friend, Shartina Hale. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Peace in the Morning show every morning at 9 a.m. Tune in here on the Peace in the Morning show as we continue to do some wonderful things here in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area.
That's right. That's right. We're going to go out with that. And I want to thank, definitely want to thank Speaker Pro Tem Adrian Jones. She's a dynamic leader, a firecracker up there in Baltimore, Maryland. Has done a great job for her community, stands firm, and really pushes the envelope. You know, we need people in leadership that are going to challenge the status quo and not let things just go along because people have money, power, influence, but people who are putting people over politics. So thank you, Speaker Pro Tem Jones, for the work that you're doing in our community. We'd love to have you join us at the Peace in the Morning show. So you have an invitation right now to come on and join us at the Peace in the Morning show. So our peaceful moment as we close today, our peaceful moment is to focus on your mind. Your mind is with you all the time, and especially when you're sleeping and you're going to put yourself into another state, you need to put things on your mind that while your mind is sleeping, it is pushing and promoting conscious, productive, life-giving elements. So think about what you're watching, what you're listening to before you go to bed. From 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. All of those things that you're putting on your mind, when you go to sleep, your mind is building on them. So if you want your mind to be thinking positively, productively, you want to wake up all pumped up and ready to go to tackle the day, to take on whatever project you have, then make sure you put something on your mind the night before that is going to encourage you. We started with an affirmation, we're going to close with an affirmation. So we're going to put that hand up to the face before you go to bed. You're going to say, I am beautiful. I am proud. I am healthy. I am strong. I am wise. I am dynamic.
I am dynamic.
I am powerful.
I am powerful.
I am loving.
I am loving.
I am forgiving.
I'm forgiving.
I am unconditionally in love with myself.
I'm unconditionally in love with myself.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
I forgive those who have hurt me.
I forgive those who have hurt
And I let the hurt go.
And I let the hurt go.
And now it's time for me to flow.
And now it's time for me to flow.
With the Peace in the Morning show.
Peace in the Morning show.
This is your host, Darius A. Stanton, with Delegate Daryl Barnes, our good brother Lenny Harrison, none other than my mom, Queen Ayasuda Bay. And Lady Karan, we miss you. We're waiting for you to come back to the studio. So excited. Thank you for our station manager and good brother engineer, Roland Bubba Grimes. Check out his show, the Roland Grimes Live Show. Check him out on YouTube as well as Facebook. And we will not forget Doreen Williams, who's working on that deal in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That's right. You may see us live, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Bike Week. This has been Darius A. Stanton and our crew with the Peace in the Morning show.
Peace and love.
Love yourself some more.
Love yourself some more. And I was going to say that.
There you go.